So we've got the same track again, this tech house track, and I've created a version of it which is 2 mono. The way I did that is actually EQing out some of the sideband frequencies in the upper range, so it just sounds a little bit dull and lifeless. It's missing that nice width to it. So I'm going to show you how you can bring some of that back in using the EQ exciter and the imager. So we're going to go for mid-side. I'm going to click on the side band here. So now the EQ is only going to work on the side frequencies, so the very stereo frequencies. So I'm going to basically use a high shelf to bring some high frequencies back in. I can drag this scale down to actually give me more space to go up. I can solo that as well. Okay, that's definitely opening it out a little bit. Okay, so let's bring in the exciter. Put it onto mid-side mode again, onto the side frequencies. Now this is a harmonic exciter that allows you to apply harmonic excitation to different frequency bands. We have different modes with which we can do that as well. Now we've got 4 frequency bands at the moment. I'm going to get rid of one of them by clicking this plus button, so we kind of work on all our high frequencies. I always gravitate towards the tape setting for this, so let's see what that's like first. We've got an amount control and a mix control. Okay, I like what that's doing. So let's take them both off. So this is what I mean about the track kind of escaping the speakers. When these are off, the track feels very kind of locked between the speakers. But with it on, it feels like it goes a little bit wider. Not necessarily wider than the speakers, but definitely closer to it. Okay, so let's try the imager as well. Now the imager allows us to enhance or reduce the stereo width of the track. So let's just try some basic enhancement on the 2 highest bands. Okay, that sounds good as well. We have a stereo wise feature. Now this is one you've got to be a little bit careful with. So it basically kind of creates extra stereo-ness to the signal. And that is why you need to be careful with it. So what you can hear that it's doing is blurring the transients. Now I'm boosting these areas here. Now a lot of transients live between 2 and 6K. So the stereoizer is basically taking those transients and it's kind of giving them an unnatural stereo width. Now these 2 bands here being increased means that I'm increasing the amount of this effect. So let's try taking that off, so we just go on to the band which is a little bit above the transients. don't hate that. I think that sounds all right. So I'm doing this in headphones just to give you a bit of a caveat. So you may be screaming at your speakers or computer, whatever you're watching this on, saying, no, that sounds terrible. But obviously I've got my headphones on. Sometimes stereo image is hard to judge in headphones. But I think that these three processes together have definitely enhanced this slightly dull and kind of lifeless mixdown. Okay, now the ideal would be to not have this problem in the first place, or if you do have that problem, go back to the mixdown and fix it. But again, we're looking at damage limitation at the moment in these videos. Okay, so now we've looked at fixing a mix which is a little bit too mono, doesn't have a nice stereo width to it. In the next video, we're going to have a look at taming areas of very dense frequencies using the dynamic EQ. Thanks for watching.